This is my Canyon Grizl. I just got it. Super excited. This bike has been really popular. A lot of people have said good things about it. I've ridden this bike for about a week. These are kind of my initial impressions. I will put together a longer term review, so feel free to subscribe. That way you can see that review when it comes out. I think the big thing with Canyon bikes, one, you get the German engineering. So they've thought of like every little detail on this bike, and I love it. Number two, you get a lot of value for money because they're a direct consumer. You can get a pretty high-end build for not as much money as you would on other bikes. This bike comes with some DT Swiss aluminum wheels, nothing fancy, but they are good wheels. They'll be reliable. It comes with Schwalbe gravel tires. These are the G1s. They are 45s. They are a bit wider than my typical tire. I tend to prefer like a 42. It comes with a physics seat, nothing super fancy on the seat. It comes with the SRAM Rival system. That's really my biggest disappointment. I feel like the SRAM Rival system should be on road bikes only. This is an adventure, like really beefy, burly gravel bike, and to have it on a gravel bike like that, I just feel like it's not enough. The brakes are not enough for the gravel biking you'll do on this, and the drivetrain up front works really well, but as you use it more and more, it just wears out and does not do well long term. It's just a gravel drivetrain, and they put it on gravel bikes. So I would have loved to have seen like a nice GRX, one by system, a nice Eagle, something like that. I think I would prefer over the Rival system. On sizing, so I'm 6'1". This is a size large. It's definitely not road bike to gravel bike. So use their chart on their website. You can definitely size down on this. This is a large, and I definitely could have gone with a medium on this. This doesn't feel big, but I feel like a smaller bike is always easier handling, so if you can size down, do it. But yeah, the sizing from road bikes to gravel bikes is not the same. Initially, first rides on this bike, what you notice is this is, for all intents and purposes, a gravel bike. So if you were to think of like what a gravel bike would look like, what a gravel bike would feel like, what it would come with, like, I feel like this is a perfect example of this. Just everything about this bike is much more burly, much thicker, much more suited to permanently riding off terrain. It is a little bit heavier than most of the bikes I've ridden, but yeah, everything about this bike screams gravel bike, gravel adventure bike. And the best part about it is because it's a Canyon, you get all that German engineering. So they've thought of like every little thing on this bike. Canyon has done a great job of labeling every little bolt so you know what bolt to use, the torque specifications. So if you were to add anything to the bike, if you want to make it a 2x, they've labeled it. Where you would normally have your seat post clamp bolt, they've made that clean and neat and actually tucked it behind here. They've put a little plate here where you normally flip wood up or flip mud and dirt up. This will protect the frame long term. So it's really cool, and I see them think about every little detail on the bike. But yeah, I definitely think for the money, like you can't go wrong with a Canyon bike, like especially if you're getting started in gravel. This is a carbon frame. This is a pretty nice build, and I did not pay a lot of money for it. So definitely check out Canyon. I would say the one nitpicky thing that I have about Canyon bikes is they don't ever take risks when it comes to colors on their paint jobs. So their paint jobs can be kind of lame, I guess, or kind of vanilla. Like they definitely play it safe on the paint. This orange one is fine. It's not as bright as it looks in the videos. Like it's a little bit more subtle, so it doesn't stand out too much, but again, like it's just orange. Whether you go with the Grizl, which is kind of more of an adventure, or whether you go with the Canyon Grizl, which is kind of more of a performance, maybe race gravel bike, they all come with mounting points everywhere. So if you want to add a bag, if you want to go bike packing, like you have all the mounting points. So I will say the one thing you notice on this bike is it definitely wants to ride rough terrain. Like on this stuff, steep and rough, if I had a dropper post right now, I could really shred this stuff. You can still go pretty hard on it even without the dropper, but a dropper would go a long way on this bike. It's just much more burly and beefy. It gives you a lot of confidence. The wide tires, give you a lot of confidence. So it's definitely a gravel focused bike, and you can get away with riding this bike really hard. Oh yeah, nice. It's a sturdy, solid bike. My crux, when I ride that thing down really rough stuff, it'll go fast, but you definitely bounce around everywhere. This is like a tank. Very solid bike. You still get rattled. Don't get me wrong, it's not a mountain bike. I think everyone has this hope, me included, that you ride a gravel bike and it's a mountain bike, right? So you get on it and you're like, whoa, it goes fast on the road. And then you get on the dirt and you're like, oh, it rides like a mountain bike. It's not. It won't ever happen. Mountain bikes exist for a reason, and they're not being replaced by gravel bikes. If anything, mountain bikes will replace gravel bikes as they get more efficient. But for now, like, just respect it for what it is. This is a gravel bike. This is not a mountain bike. And in the gravel bike category, this thing does really well. Now, if you have no intention of ever riding on the road, you don't really care about racing, you just want to ride dirt, I would get like the Canyon XC. I would get a hardtail. Like, there's no reason to get a gravel bike. For me, I keep buying gravel bikes mainly because I do like going a lot of miles, smooth miles, road miles, gravel miles, so I like a little bit of everything. Out of all categories of bikes, a gravel bike is your best choice if you're gonna ride everywhere. Like, you'll never ride a skinny tired road bike on single track, and you'll never ride like a trail mountain bike on the road. But a gravel bike, you can get away with both. You can ride a gravel bike on the road, and then you can also ride a gravel bike on single track. So I think for a bike that does everything decently well, you can't go wrong with them. I love gravel bikes. I think they're cool. Look, if you look around, I'm literally like the only person out here. That's my favorite part about gravel biking. I don't know, I'm kind of impressed so far by the Canyon Grizl. We'll have to see how it holds up long term, doing a lot of miles on it. But I definitely think I could keep up with road bikers, and I could keep up with the cross-country mountain bikers. I think it'd be a good bike. I think I'll enjoy this one long term. But what a nice day it is out today. Look at the farm fields. Gorgeous.